Hey guys, welcome back to SportsPicksNation.com. I'm KC, your host, and today is Hump Day. It's Wednesday, February the 8th, 2012. Guys, not a great day yesterday, but not a terrible day. Actually, interestingly enough, had some people that emailed me, called me regarding the Iowa State game. Now, we had Iowa State. Now, I released this game at plus 1.5. Also, to text message people, the members, I released it at plus 1.5. Now, if you got it at 1.5, then that means you probably would have had to bet the game before I even released it, because as soon as I released it, before I actually released it, the line had already moved to plus 2. So at plus 2, we know the game was a push, and it actually was a push for me. I'm going to actually cut away here, and I'm going to show you the ticket here, and you can see where I've actually circled it there in red, where it's a bet 500 to win 0, pay 500 because I got my money back because it was a push. And you can see that it was Iowa State versus Oklahoma State, and I had Iowa State plus 2. Now, guys, on my website, I try to be as forthright and as truthful, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, as I possibly can be. But at the same time, when I keep track of the dollar figures that you see, net profit over the last 365 days, up, down, what have you, net profit over the last 2 months, and net profit this month so far, I use the actual dollar amounts that are in my sportsbook accounts, based on the profit or loss in my various sportsbook accounts. So for me, and for all of you, if you were on Iowa State, it had to have been a push, okay? So basically, I'm just not going to count that on my record at all. I'm not going to count it as a loss, as a win, as a push, nothing. I'm removing that from the site. So if you're going through the record for the month and you say, hey, wait a minute, I don't see Iowa State, that's the reason why, okay? Some of you may agree with that, some of you may disagree, especially if you somehow got the game at plus 1.5, obviously you disagree with me, okay? But again, I try to show the record that I have based on my plays and based on the money and the profit or loss that I personally show in my account. So that's the reason for that, okay? So let's move on. We did have a nice winner yesterday in the NBA. We got a nice winner on that one. So the Phoenix Suns, we had them at plus 7 over the Milwaukee Bucks, and they wind up winning the game outright. Almost handed the game away, but I really never thought the cover was in question. It was pretty much a wire-to-wire cover, as they say. So good for us on that. Okay, today is kind of a big day because I have more plays today than usual, but there's a lot of games on the board, and there's several games that I like. In the NBA, 2 games that I like, again involving the Milwaukee Bucks and the Toronto Raptors, with Milwaukee going to Toronto. Milwaukee right now is a 1.5-point favorite as I'm making this video. Then the Spurs. San Antonio Spurs have been pretty hot, but now they're coming into Philadelphia, and Philadelphia is a team that does not lose and very rarely does not cover at home. So be sure and join me on that, guys. If you haven't signed up with us, it's only $20 a month. Go down to the bottom below this video. Sign up, put in your cell phone number, and hit subscribe. You'll go to PayPal. It's completely safe, completely secure. Pay your $20. Nice up for a month. If you don't like it, you can log back into your PayPal account. You can cancel the subscription anytime you like for any reason whatsoever. Okay? No obligation. Nobody's going to call you. Nobody's going to hassle you. Nobody's going to bother you, guys. I don't do that. I feel like the plays that I give out on a month-to-month basis and on a yearly basis, they should stand alone. They should speak for themselves. I mean, these handicappers and these scam-decappers, these guys that are calling you on the phone, trying to get your credit card number, trying to get you to send them money. Why do they do that? Well, they have to do that because they have to sell their picks, because their picks aren't good enough for them to make money with themselves. So that's why they do that. They're more marketers really than they are handicappers. So I mean, that's the whole point, guys. If they were that good, you would be calling them. They wouldn't be calling you, right? Right. Okay. Enough said about that. Anyway, back to the picks. I like the Spurs and the Sixers. I like the Bucks and the Raptors. In college hoops, I've got 2 games. I like South Carolina and Tennessee. I like that game. South Carolina right now is a 7-point road road underdog, down from 7.5. And then I like the SMU game, SMU and TCU. SMU at home, and right now they are laying 1.5. So I have those 4 games on tap, which I'm releasing today. And you text message members, you guys that have membership, get your text messages. You've probably already got the play already. So if not, check with the member page. And also, I have the private phone line, the Las Vegas phone line that you can call and hear a recording of these picks every single day as well. Okay, I've got 2 free plays today. The first one I want to talk about is UMass, and they are at home tonight. They are a 3.5-point chalk, and I like them to get this done over St. Bonaventure. I like UMass at home. UMass is 12-0 at home. They're 4-1 their last 5 against the spread, and they're pretty darn tough anytime they have a spread that's half a point, where they're a half a point favorite, up to 6 or 6.5 point favorite. St. Bonaventure, on the other hand, they're just 1-4 against the number of their last 5 road games. Which and again, guys, I don't just look at trends, but I like trends that support when I'm on a certain side, and so I do like to bring those up. So based on that, and based on a lot of other handicapping factors, I like UMass at home minus the 3.5 tonight. Okay, lastly, the big game. The North Carolina Tar Heels hosting the Dukies, the Duke Blue Devils. Guys, you know, if you watch these videos, you hear me talk about it. You know, I saw Roy Williams when he was at Kansas, you know, back when I lived in the Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas area. I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan of Roy and the good old boy act and all that. Now, Roy Williams is a very good recruiter. I mean, he brings in talent that you would not believe, and that is why North Carolina is just stacked with talent. But, you know, he's just not that good of a coach. I'm sorry. As far as coaching goes, Coach K, on the other hand, he's just the opposite. I mean, he's also a good recruiter, but he is a fantastic coach. Game situations, game adjustments, knowing when to substitute, knowing how to coach up his players, especially in games like this. Now, I realize that Duke got beat at home. They got upset by a very good Florida State team. Nobody saw that one coming. And so for a lot of reasons, people are all over North Carolina tonight. More than 65% of the public is on Carolina now. North Carolina is a 6 to 6.5 point home chalk. Right now I'm seeing it at 6 in most places. I'm going to go with Duke. I like Duke tonight. I like Duke either to pull the upset or to keep this one close all the way to the end, stay in the game, and stay inside the 6 points. So your 2 free picks for today are UMass minus 3.5 and Duke plus 6. Guys, I will be back again tomorrow with more winners, more freebies. But for right now, this is KC from www.sportspicksnation.com wishing you good luck tonight.